Hi everyone, this is Lisa Espinosa. Welcome to day 2 of the Priestess Novena. I'm so happy to be here with you. If you've never connected with my work, I am a spiritual career coach. I am the author of the book Answering Your Inner Calling and the forthcoming book Birthing the Priestess Within. And this practice of the Priestess Novena comes from that book that I'm currently birthing. So if you were here yesterday, awesome that you're here again. If you happen to be connecting with the novena on the second day, just jump right in and then go back to day 1, right, at some point. But right now, if you're here, trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be. So before anything else, let's just go ahead and open our beautiful circle. I don't know. Okay, sorry, Facebook's giving me some weird message. I will ignore it. And so taking some nice cleansing breaths today on this fall equinox. It's such an important day, such a powerful portal vortex opens today. So we step into that space. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine, to your legs. See those, visualize those roots of light going down your legs, out the bottoms of your feet, deep into the earth. And yesterday we talked about the earth star. So visualize this golden star beneath you, right? Like 12 inches beneath you into the earth, and see your roots connecting into that beautiful star, that golden star that brings you stamina, that brings you this beautiful divine pacing. And then let's connect our roots with each other. All of you who are here live, all of you who are watching the replay. And as we connect our roots with each other, we create this beautiful sacred container that allows each of us to release more and receive more, because we know where two or more are gathered, there I am, right? That goes beyond any one specific religion. We know that as we gather together in this way, miracles happen. So now breathing in all of that earth energy, moving up your legs, up into your body, up your back to the crown of your head, landing in your beautiful heart. And as you bring your hands to your heart center, hello, Joan. As you bring your hands to your heart center, welcome your beautiful soul here. Your higher self, your true essence, whatever word resonates. This is the part of you that is whole and eternally connected to Source. Trust that your soul led you here right now at exactly the right time. And we welcome all of your beautiful guides, your guardian angels, your divine teachers. We invite them to surround each of you, all of you who are here, all of you who are watching the replay. And then we invoke this beautiful circle of ascended masters, of those beautiful beings of love and light that love each of us unconditionally and have no agenda other than to help us on our path. Hey Sharon, hey Jan, awesome. So we surround our circle with these beings and we call on the grace of God, of Source, of the universe, of the divine, of spirit, whatever word resonates with you, of great mystery, creator, creatrix. We invoke that energy to surround our space today, surround all of you whenever you watch this. Whether it's now or 5 years from now, know that all of the healing and the transformative energy is here for you. And we bring our palms together and we begin this circle open with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. Yay! All right, so I hope that you are connecting with your inner child. As you know, or maybe you don't know, the theme of this novena is liberating our fearless inner child. And yesterday we talked about the earth star chakra. Today we're going to talk about the root chakra and how that is connected to our beautiful inner child. And just to remind you that healing, embracing, loving our inner child, it is not for the faint of heart. It is a courageous, revolutionary, radical act, regardless of what your ego or different parts of you that might say that it's oh hey Tim, so good to see you. Whether our ego can kind of dismiss it as indulgent or not important or not serious, or in these really serious times we don't have time to connect with our inner child. Are you kidding me? Our inner children are the ones that are going to lead the way. Hey Kathleen, hey Lorenza. Just as it's often said that youth is the hope of the world. Well, that is true to some extent. Youth also needs leadership, right? Needs those of us who have been here longer to shine our light, not as know-it-alls, but to be this wisdom keepers. And our own inner child inside of us, inner children, holds so much healing that the world needs. I mean, truly, I think I said this yesterday, like all of the world's problems could probably boil down to wounded inner child within, right? So please know that if you are here, thank you. Thank you for saying yes to this really tender, vulnerable, and powerful conversation. Not just conversation, transmission that we're having. So the root chakra. Chakra means literally a spinning wheel of light. Chakras are energy centers in our body. If you have never connected with chakras or your energy body before, that is perfectly fine. This isn't an energy training, although I am doing a Reiki training in November, so you might want to do that. But for now, just know that these are temples. One of my dear teacher Kyra calls them temples, and I love that, right? We have these energy temples in our body. Some exist outside of our body. We connected with one yesterday. Now we're going to our root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. The perineum includes our legs and muscles. This temple, this root chakra, is all about feeling safe, feeling present, being in community. And when this temple is balanced, when it is healed, we have this beautiful relationship with our physical body. And our physical body, although we are divine beings, right, that are beyond our physical body, in the planet, in the earth plane, we need our physical body. It is the sacred container, the vessel of our soul, of our higher self. And often, any wounding to our root chakra stems from childhood. We have those inner child wounds, right, from childhood that can lead us to carry this feeling of unsafety, even if it's very subtle, or this feeling of like, well, I can't take up too much space. I can't be fully seen because it's dangerous, it's scary, I will be hurt. And maybe that happened to you. I know that I experienced that as a child. So again, this isn't about analyzing our childhood. This isn't about rehashing things. It is about bringing the grace of the divine to any wounds that we hold in these temples in our body, so that our inner child feels safe to share her wisdom with us and his wisdom, right? Our inner child is beyond gender. We have inner children, right? I'm just going to use a female pronoun for right now. So, the whole point of healing our inner child is, one, our joy and our peace and our contentment. It's our ability, to be as children when we connect with our soul, when we connect with the divine. Not childish in the sense of, how the world can label that, but in the sense of true faith and trust and release of control, understanding that the divine has us, the divine is holding us. Even when we look at the world, and the world can look so broken and confused and chaotic, and like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on that is really intense. This is not about being naive or burying your head in the sand. The inner child actually, when she's taken care of, when he's taken care of, when he's loved, when we take the time to spend time with our inner child, we actually suddenly are filled with the faith of our inner child that can look at all of the stuff in the world through the physical eyes that look scary, and yet have this knowing that love is stronger than everything else. The divine loves me. I can walk through this world and be a channel of love and healing. Our inner child is actually the one that holds that. That's why this journey is so essential and important. So as we did yesterday, we're going to do a little journey where you talk to your inner child, where you communicate with your inner child, where you listen to her needs, and specifically around the root chakra. If you know children, or you've been around, I know you were a child at some point, you are with children, when they are healthy and happy, they love their body. They're embodied, they're in their physical body. They know what their body needs. They know when they're hungry, they know when they need to sleep or rest, all of those things. We as adults can forget that. And right now, this isn't a sprint we're on. This is more like a marathon, right? This journey of life, this lifetime, this year, this decade. So we need pacing, beautiful divine pacing. Or we're gonna fizzle out and burn out and not be able to create fully the legacy of love that we're here to create. So as I lead you on this very kind of concise journey into your root chakra temple with your inner child, that's the healing for today. Is how can you best right now in this moment, today on the fall equinox, right? This perfect day, this stargate that opens today. And in fact, really thinking about the spring equinox back in March, all the way to now, think of all that has transpired from March till this moment. All globally, nationally, individually in your own life, right? And the expansion keeps happening. And so as we step into the root chakra temple, you're going to be in this conversation with your child within. And just like when you talk to your soul, no pressure to receive all this kind of specifics right now. You're just going to be with your child and the Divine Mother and the Divine Father here present with you. And I want to say, for those of you who were here yesterday watching the Facebook Live, remember the doorbell rang and I had to tell my husband to go open the door? Well, afterwards, I was like, what was in the door? And I want to show you. I haven't opened it yet. But my husband thought it was a bomb because he's like, what is this? Like, it's all wrapped up. And it is a Mother Mary statue that I ordered a while back from Etsy from Ukraine. This Mother Mary statue that I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this Mother Mary statue. And I didn't realize when I first looked at it that it was from Ukraine, so it was going to take a long time to get delivered. And the fact that it got delivered on our first day of our Inner Child Novena, how awesome is that? I just feel like she was like, I am here with you, which of course we know, but it's so wonderful to receive those validations. So I will unpack her today. Greg couldn't believe that I hadn't opened her up, but it's like I wanted it to be a special a special thing when I unravel her, and I just have had a very busy 2 days. So I think tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to show her to you. But she is here regardless, right? She is here. The Divine Mother is here with us all. So let's go ahead. And I invite you to start taking some nice cleansing breaths. And if you see these beautiful red roses, really connect with the red, right? The root chakra temple is the color red. It's this beautiful red, deep red. And visualize yourself on that beautiful golden path. That golden path that represents your highest path in 2020. The path that will bring you the most blessings and others the most blessings. Of course, that means that this is the path where you deeply, greatly honor your inner child. So see yourself on that golden path. And I'm seeing actually on the golden path all of these red rose petals lining the path. And you're standing there on the golden path today on this fall equinox. And if you're watching this and it's not the fall equinox, please know that the energy of the fall equinox is embedded into this transmission. Beautiful red petals. You're standing there and everything is glowing and radiating. Think of the fall, autumn. It's my favorite season, where all the leaves turn colored, right? They're illuminated from within. This is what we're entering, this illumination from within. And what is our illumination from within? It is, so much of it is our beautiful inner children that need to play and have joy and have spaciousness and tell the truth. Our inner child is a truth teller. So stand there on this path. And in front of you, suddenly you see this beautiful flame. It's this big flame. It's a beautiful red, deep red flame. And you know that this flame will not burn you. It is a transformative flame. And in this flame, you suddenly see the beautiful face of the Divine Mother. And it might be Mother Mary, it might be Tara, it might be Kuan Yin, it might be in the form of Our Lady of Guadalupe, whatever forms, or it might just be some different form that comes to you, but it is the energy of the Divine Mother. She is there in that beautiful red flame in front of you. And she has so much love in her eyes, and she has a beautiful smile. And as you stand there looking at this flame, welcome your inner child. Say, okay, what inner child is here with me today, needs the most love? My inner child I shared yesterday was my 5-year-old, and she's back. So it's my little 5-year-old. As she stands here with me, my little 5-year-old, and it might be a different age for you. Maybe it's more than one. But asking which of my inner child parts needs the most love, especially around physical body, around taking care of my body, enjoying my body, being present, being seen. So just ask, which inner child is afraid to be seen? Which inner child has not been feeling taken care of? Which inner child needs more physical movement? Just ask that question and welcome that inner child to be present with you. And as you stand here, just radiate, beam this beautiful love to your inner child. There's no agenda. You're not trying to fix her or him. You're just sending this beautiful beam of love and light. And Mother Mary, there in the flame, your inner child has such pristine discernment. Your inner child knows when it can trust, when it can relax. Hello, Leticia. And as your inner child stands there on this golden path with the rose petals, seeing the Divine Mother in this flame, your inner child knows, like, oh, I'm safe. I can relax. I can receive. I'm loved. It is safe for me to be seen. So in this space, you're going to ask your beautiful inner child this question. Beautiful inner child, what do you need from me? How can I best take care of your physical body? How can I best take care of you? And in asking inner child, is there anything you need to release? Maybe she wants to give it to you for you to release, or maybe she's going to release it, or he's going to release it. Anything you need to release to feel safer in being seen. Is there anything you need to release so that you feel safer being seen, being heard, taking up space? You want your inner child to be able to take up space. And just listen to her guidance, his guidance. What does your inner child need to release? On the fall equinox, releasing is so much more powerful. So whatever needs to be released, actually the Divine Mother is saying, is throw it in this red flame. whatever needs to be released, whatever burdens, blocks, there is a divine intervention here for you. Anything from your childhood that keeps you in any way in fear of being seen, being heard, taking up space, having a good relationship with your physical body, being present in your body. Any of those wounds, let's all of us just together throw them in that beautiful red flame. You don't even need to know what they are. If you're like, oh, I don't know what they are, just have that pure prayer. If it doesn't serve me, if it's blocking me from being seen, being heard, from blessing others, from having this beautiful relationship with my physical body, from creating my legacy of love, I am releasing it into this flame. And you can literally see all these little luggages or big luggage that you're just tossing into the flame. And Mother Mary, the Divine Mother, she is infinite. Her heart is so wide open. She doesn't get overwhelmed. She's not like, oh no. She's just like, just release it. All of us together on this fall equinox as we gather together, whether you're watching this today or not, let's allow ourselves to receive the grace of this deep release. We just release it. Bring it all into this flame. And I see all these beautiful angels gathering to take all of your burdens, little burdens, big burdens, whatever they are, just allow them to be released. Anything that your inner child is holding that gets in the way of you feeling safe, feeling present, feeling worthy of being the wisdom keeper that you are, of sharing your medicine in a deeper way. Mother Mary, the Divine Mother, Mother Earth, they all know that as you do this, it blesses everyone. This is not a selfish release, because as you do this, you are giving permission to all those other people who believe that they can't release their pain. So let that go into that beautiful red flame. And as we get ready to end this journey to step into our 9 minutes of stillness, just do a final question of beautiful inner child. Again, ask that question, what do you need from me? How can I bring more joy into my life? Your inner child knows, so ask that question, how can I bring more joy? How can I bring more joy? How can I bring more joy? And see that beautiful red flame getting smaller, 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 smaller as it goes into your heart. See all those rose petals that were in the golden path just kind of swirling, and they're swirling around you. They're like in your aura, these beautiful rose petals around you. And we bring our palms together as we bow to each other and step outside of this inner journey to step into our 9 minutes. Hey everyone. Thank you for going there. Take some nice breaths. And I want to remind you about your inner child altar. I invited you to do one yesterday to create it, and an altar can be as simple as a windowsill, where you take a picture of yourself as an inner child, like get a picture of you when you were a child, put it on this altar. Maybe you put a crystal or a candle or whatever as part of this healing. And I shared with you yesterday that my inner child wanted me to get color pencils and a sketch pad, and how much anxiety I got going to Michael's following that instruction. But I did. And I want to share with you that afterwards, I was done with the Facebook Live, and as my adult parts were like, we got to do all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I need to really slow down. How can I be in integrity leading this novena and not follow my inner child's guidance? So I sat with all my fear and my color pencils and my sketch pad, and I drew, you can see this, my 5-year-old drew this beautiful, it's like they were like her chakras and her heart emanating, and then a tree appeared here, and then the heart of the tree and her heart are linked together, and then there's these two angels. I mean, it was just like so awesome. And I really, my adults were like, oh, you can't draw, and it was like, it's okay, we're just here in this present moment. And I have to say, I put this on my altar, and when I was meditating later, I just kept looking at it, and it felt like I created a portal of healing. It was so awesome. So not that you have to, for you it might be something different. I know one of my clients mentioned today flying a kite, and I was like, my inner child was like, oh, we've never flown a kite. So that might be one of my divine dates with my inner child. But that took like 15 minutes at the most. Later when I was in the altar, then she was like, add a tree. So we added a tree. But it doesn't need to take a long time to create so much space. And I feel so, from that, right, it seems so mundane and simple, and maybe even to some of our parts silly or wasting time. But from that, from going to Michael's, going through my anxiety, recognizing like, oh my gosh, my parts have all this wounding around. You're not an artist, you can't draw, that stuff. Going through that and then following through and then doing the drawing, there was such massive healing and spaciousness that happened for me with that allowed me to be more present to my clients, my students, and bolder in my offerings moving forward. It blesses the world when you do this, right? So go out there and do whatever your inner child has said to do. I want to hear about it too if you want to share. So let's go ahead and start with our 9 minutes. So if you haven't done the 9 minutes with us before, this is the cover of my book I'm working on, right? So you see this infinity symbol, she's sitting on it. So you're going to visualize yourself sitting on this infinity symbol. Why the infinity symbol? The infinity symbol is sacred. It is a depiction of that time that exists outside of time. And when you sit on the infinity symbol, we are free from the limitations of time and space. We can access divine knowing. It's you step into a place of not knowing so that you can access all knowing. It's not something we can logically understand. And that isn't to say that while you're there, you're suddenly going to have all these epiphanies. It might not happen in that moment. Let me rephrase that. It will happen, but you might not catch up to it right away. But we sit in it together because it is a place of deep quantum healing. And because the focus of our gathering is our inner child, I know yesterday for the 9 minutes, there was music playing outside. My inner child was dancing along as I was just kind of sitting there, feeling the resistance to being with my inner child, having compassion for it, and then relaxing into it and feeling how spacious, like feeling like, wow, I need my inner child's energy through these times right now. I need that both that purity, that innocence, that truth-telling, that clarity, that vitality, all of that I'm being blessed with as I allow myself to sit with her. So we're going to light our candle. So here's my candle for this novena. So if you have your candle lighted, if you don't have it right now, that's okay. Just get a candle later. I like to have it lit during the day as much as possible because I like seeing the wax melt, since that's one of the lines in our priestess prayer here. So we're going to turn it on, and I wanted the Mother Mary statue, which I showed you the box but I haven't showed you the statue. One reason that I loved it so much is that she's standing on these roses. So Mother Mary and the energy of roses is so present. And of course I have these roses that a beautiful student dropped off for me, which I'm so excited about. So we have this, and now we are going to say our invocation together. If you have it with you, you can say it along with me. If you don't, that's okay, you can hear it. Then I will put the timer for 9 minutes. I will be here creating this sacred space for you, and mostly my eyes will be closed, but my eyes might open at certain times, but just being really all of us connected. Wherever your mind goes, it's okay. Just notice it. And if you go way somewhere else where you're worried about stuff, just come back to that infinity symbol. Come back to the red flame. Come back to the rose. Come back to your inner child. We're doing this together, so we're riding the wave together. That's what's so beautiful about being in stillness together. So here we go. Let's do our invocation. So as this candle burns, resistance in me burns. No, let me start that again. My inner child is giggling. Let me do this. As this candle burns, my soul within me burns. As this wax melts, resistance in me melts. 9 days too clear, lifetimes of fear. As I heal, I am healed. As I give, I receive. Doors open, I walk through. I am ready for the new. Abundance comes with ease and grace, for I have finally found my place. All right, so let's bring this down. And I'm gonna turn on my timer here. All right, so let's sit together, everyone, as we begin. Taking some nice cleansing breaths. Be gentle with yourself as you open your eyes and maybe do some nice stretches. Drink some water if you have some water close by. That was really cool. I felt so much energy on my back and the back of my neck, and I was all this heat, and it just felt like Mother Mary, the Divine Mother, Green Tara, was like, we have your back. It just kind of felt that such a palpable feeling. I also felt a lot of physical healing coming through. Like there was a lot of like people who are watching this right now, or maybe will watch the replay, who are needing some physical healing. It might be something that seems very small, like knee pain, or it might be something that you've been carrying for a long time, but that was really coming through, that as you connect with your beautiful inner child in the root chakra temple, that there's so much physical healing that's available for you of anything, especially things that you feel are hard to diagnose through regular doctors, or you've been trying all sorts of ways to heal. So that was really coming forward. And of course, I was seeing my little 5-year-old. I want to share, I'll share that later. I'll share that later. So anyway, let's go ahead and do our oracle card readings for today. Tomorrow will be, before anything, tomorrow's day 3. It's going to be at 1 tomorrow. Just because I can't do it at 3. So we're going to do it tomorrow at 1. Hope you can join me live. If not, you can watch the replay. And also want to remind you that the virtual career Reiki is next week, $33, and it's all going to be releasing the unnecessary. That simple. But this, like, it's either the last day of the novena or the day after the last day of the novena. I think it's like the last day in September. You can see it on my Facebook page. But anyway, just planting the seed in case you want to do that. That'll be such a beautiful way to kind of finish off our novena experience. Okay, so let's do animal decks first. One of my favorite now, this animal deck called Spirit of the Animals Oracle. So let's see. Yesterday we had frog medicine. Thank you, Lorenza. Let's see what my 5-year-old really appreciates that. What animal guide is with you today on this fall equinox, helping you with your beautiful inner child? All right. Elk. I love elk. Nobility. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenge is limitless. Look at this beautiful elk. Oh gosh, the lights. So beautiful. And look at talk about crown chakra open, and talk about grounded. That's why animal medicine is so powerful. They teach us, right? Like to be that expansive and that grounded, that present. That is so powerful. So we have beautiful elk medicine helping us as we release the unnecessary, and as you step into really being the advocate, protector, and really just that you adore your inner child as you move forward. There we go. And let's see what you're being guided to surrender. Perfect. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Yes. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Look at that. I feel like you would be there and you would see an elk. Oh my gosh. So there we go. Nature, nature, nature. And then let's do a crystal angel card to finish. Okay. Gold, divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. And what is a sincere prayer? ask your inner child, right? Our inner child has that purity of thought. Our inner child sees through the BS outside and in here, right? That we can delude ourselves. And it's like, this is what my prayer is. Look at this. Now, generally, I don't usually lean to like kind of the typical male God image, but in this moment, it works. All that golden energy, right? And that divine father energy, right? God isn't male or female, right? It's this, so we can connect with the divine mother and the divine father. So whatever your sincere prayers are, and maybe ask that question to your inner child. What is her prayer? What is his prayer right now? And just kind of be with that. All right, so it was so wonderful to be with you. I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow. We are on this 9-day journey, and tomorrow will be about the solar plexus. Oh, well, this makes sense, which is that male energy of taking action led from the heart, right? So we'll travel to that temple with our inner child and see what healing is there for us. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and hopefully I should have opened Mother Mary box by then, and I can share her with you. Bye. Bye, everyone. See ya.